There were two moving ceremonies a world apart today, both a grim reminder of the high price of Australia's fight against the Taliban. In Afghanistan, coalition troops gathered to mourn the death of Lance Corporal Andrew Jones, shot dead by an Australian-trained Afghan army soldier. And in Sydney, the Prime Minister and the opposition leader paid their respects at the funeral for Sergeant Brett Wood, killed by a bomb.
A small procession of his colleagues from 2 Commando Regiment led the way, carrying the casket of 32-year-old Sergeant Brett Wood, killed 2 weeks ago. Those close to him reflected on the man described as a humble, honourable soldier who relentlessly pursued excellence.
Brett died a soldier, a commando, a warrior, a leader, a brother-in-arms, a true patriot, a hero. My hero. But Brett, to me, you will always be my husband.
Friends, family and colleagues joined to pay their respects for Sergeant Brett Wood, who joined the Army in 1996. He was involved in 6 operational tours, including Afghanistan, Iraq, East Timor and Bougainville. In Afghanistan, troops paid tribute to another Australian soldier, Lance Corporal Andrew Jones, shot dead by an Afghan soldier this week. His body loaded onto a military aircraft at Tarin Kot. An online survey by the US Studies Centre at Sydney University has found that few Australians and Americans believe that the conflicts in Afghanistan and Iraq are helping to win the war against terrorism. A decade after the September the 11th attacks, 63% of Australians believe that the war against terrorism will never end, but they are less concerned about it.
On the one hand, people do rate 9/11 as a momentous event. On the other hand, when we ask them about terrorism as a problem, only 4% of Australians, for instance, will say that terrorism is the most important problem today. The economy dominates the issue landscape.
Professor Jackman says that the decade of big military interventions is being replaced with a new phase where terrorism is considered a nuisance rather than a front-page threat. Cassandra Hill, World News Australia.